Chapter 6, The Cloud Conspiracy. The Gen Z dog's apartment was now a sauna of suffering. Sweat pooled under paws, fur matted into gross, greasy patches, and the smell. Let's just say it was a cocktail of unwashed dog regret, and failed life choices. The sun wasn't just an enemy, it was on a personal vendetta at this point. Chip was sprawled across the couch like roadkill. We're gonna die. I can feel my brain turning into a baked potato. Bella, who had given up on trying to look presentable, was slouched near the broken fan. We've tried everything: blackout curtains, foil on the windows, Dexter's dumbass tinfoil hats. It's like the sun's got a hard-on for ruining our lives. Lola, surrounded by her sad, drooping plants, sighed. My babies. They're shriveling up faster than Dexter's dignity. Dexter, sighting at the window with his eyes bugged out from conspiracy-fueled mania, suddenly shot up like a caffeine-addled squirrel. V got it. I've freaking got it. Bella groaned, fanning her armpits. What now, Dexter? Another scheme involving tinfoil and blind hope. No, Dexter said, a manic grin creeping across his face. We've been doing this all wrong. If we can't defeat the sun ourselves, why not recruit someone who can? Chip rolled his eyes. Dex, unless you've got Superman on speed dial, we're screwed. Not Superman, Dexter said, wagging his tail. Clouds. The room went dead silent. Clouds. Lola blinked. Like, those fluffy things in the sky? Exactly. Dexter said, pacing the room like he a mad scientist. Clouds are like nature's blackout curtains. They block out the sun all the time. If we can get the clouds to stick around, they'll do the dirty work for us. Bella stared at him like he'd just declared war on pizza. You seriously want us to befriend clouds? Are you sniffing your own tail now? Chip groaned, already over it. Dex, I'm too hot to tell you how dumb that is. No, listen. Dexter jumped onto the couch, eyes wide. We just need to get on their good side. We offer them something they want, they block the sun for us. Permanent shade, baby. Bella shot back, Dex, the only thing I wanna offer right now is my resignation from life. Lola, always the soft-hearted one, perked up. Actually, it's kinda sweet. Maybe the clouds will help us if we ask nicely. Chip sat up, scratching his belly lazily. Right. Because clouds are just hanging out, waiting to be invited to brunch. Dexter, refusing to be dissuaded, pulled out a megaphone he'd bought online for emergencies. Step 1, some man the clouds. Step 1, you're an idiot. Bella muttered, rolling her eyes. Dexter ignored her and raised the megaphone to his mouth. Attention, clouds. If you can hear us, we need your help. Come block this giant flaming asshole. The other dogs stared at him, half expecting the sky to open up, and got himself to tell Dexter to shut up. Lola glanced upward, hopeful. Do you think they heard us? Chip snorted. Yeah, totally. Clouds are just chilling in the sky. Scrolling through TikTok, waiting for some dog to shout at them. 50 and painful minutos later. Dexter, not one to give up easily, had dragged the gang onto the balcony. Armed with Lola's plant sprayer, he was misting the air like some kind of weather wizard. Come on, clouds. We've got water. We've got humidity. Get your fluffy asses down here. Our Bella, watching from a distance, shook her head. This is beyond dumb. Even for us. Lola spritzed the air gently, whispering to the sky. Please, Douds. My plants need you. Laned you. Chip sat slumped in a lawn chair, giving Zara effort. We've officially hit rock bottom. We're now offering free drinks to clouds. And then, as if by divine intervention or just dumb luck, a shadow crossed the sun. All four dogs looked up as a single, fluffy cloud drifted lazily over their apartment. "Holy shit," Dexter tispered. "T worked." Lola gasped, clutching her plant sprayer like it was the Holy Grail. They heard us." Chip squinted at the cloud. "No way. Is it coming toward us?" The cloud floated closer, and for a bright, glorious moment, the sun was blocked. Sweet, blessed shade washed over them, like Mother Nature herself was offering a sweaty, apologetic hug. "We did it," Dexter said, grinning ear to ear. "We've made contact. The clouds are our allies." Bella stared at the sky, dumbfounded. "It's so fluffy. Like a giant marshmallow of hope." Lola's eyes filled with tears of relief. "My plants are going to make it." Chip, ever the cynic, grumbled, "One can't believe we just made friends with a cloud. I feel like we should be on a cereal box." But just as quickly as it had arrived, the cloud began to drift away. "No, no, no!" Bella shrieked. "Get back here, cloud! I'm not done with you." Dexter grabbed the megaphone, yelling. "Wait! Come back! We'll give you more water. We'll do anything. I rub your fluffy feet or whatever." The cloud floated off into the distance, oblivious to their pleas. Chip flopped back into his chair with a groan. "We tried to make friends with a cloud. And got ghosted. New low. Guys." The next day, the dogs were back on the balcony, glaring at the cloudless sky like a bunch of pissed-off customers who didn't get their fries. It was hot as hell again, and the sun was making sure they knew it. "We've been abandoned," Bella said, dramatically fanning herself with a pizza box. "Even the clouds don't want to deal with our shit." Lola sighed, watering her half-dead plants. "Maybe he clouds are just busy." Chip shook his head. "Nope. We got straight-up cloud-zoned." Dexter, refusing to admit defeat, was already on to his next plan. "Okay. New strategy. We need to woo the clouds." Bella raised an eyebrow. "Woo the clouds? Are we trying to get a date with them now?" Dexter grinned like the lunatic he was. "Exactly. If we can't be friends, we'll be something better. Lovers. We seduce the clouds." Chip stared at him. "Dex. Did the heat fry your brain, or are you always this homey?" "TM serious," Dexter said, pacing again. "Clouds are sensitive. They need to be flattered, romanced. We're talking poetry, music, soft vibes. Make them feel wanted." Bella gagged. "You want us to seduce weather?" Lola perked up. "I could write a poem for them. Something soft and dreamy. Like, oh, cloud. Your fluffiness is divine, please block the sun and make everything fine." Chip facepawed. "Kill me. Please." "Exactly," Dexter said, wagging his tail. "That's the vibe. We play it smooth, make them feel special, and boom, we'll have permanent cloud cover." Later that night, the dogs had transformed the balcony into what Dexter called a cloud seduction chamber, which really just meant string lights, a Bluetooth speaker playing smooth jazz, and Lola's cloud love poem taped to the wall. Dexter stood at the edge of the balcony, staring at the clear night sky. "Alright, clouds. We've prepared a special evening just for you. Come on down and enjoy our ambience." Bella sighed, holding a glass of sparkling water. "This is the dumbest thing we've ever done. And we once paid $50 to watch Chip eat an entire pizza in one bite." Chip, sprawled out on the lawn chair, yawned. "I still don't regret that." Lola smiled softly, gazing up at the stars. "Do you think they'll come?" As if on cue, a few small, fluffy clouds began to drift in from the horizon, slow and steady. They gathered above the apartment, almost as if they'd been summoned. "They're here," Dexter whispered, eyes wide. "The clouds have arrived." One by one, the clouds clustered together, blocking out the moonlight, creating a cozy shade over the apartment. The temperature dropped, a cool breeze rolled in, and for the first time in days, the dogs felt peaceful. "They actually came," Bella said, blinking in disbelief. "We romanced clouds. What even is our life?" Lola giggled, hugging her plant sprayer. "They love us. I knew they'd come through." Chip shook his head, laughing. "Elle can't believe I'm saying this, but good job, Dex." "We're geniuses," Chip said, wiping the sweat from his brow as the cool breeze from the clouds washed over them. It was like someone had installed an invisible AC unit in the sky just for them. Dexter grinned with smug satisfaction. "See? All it took was a little romance. Clouds are just like us, sensitive, fluffy, and easily swayed by good vibes." Bella snorted, holding up her sparkling water as if to toast the skies. "Here's to us, the first dogs to seduce weather. Maybe next we'll charm a hurricane." "Let's not," Chip groaned, sinking deeper into the lawn chair. "The last thing we need is to get a tornado all hot and bothered." Lola was practically glowing with excitement, watching the clouds hover above them like fluffy guardians. "This is perfect. My plants are gonna thrive, we don't have to worry about the sun anymore, and—" She trailed off as the breeze picked up, cooling the air even further. "And—" Bella raised an eyebrow. Lola grinned. "We've got our own personal cloud crew now. Think about it. Anytime the sun acts up, we just sweet-talk the clouds and boom. Instant shade." Dexter nodded, his face serious. "Exactly. The clouds are our allies now. We're untouchable. No more sun-induced sweat baths, no more crispy fur," and before he could finish, the wind suddenly changed direction, and the clouds began to disperse. The cool, protective cover slowly evaporated as the fluffy masses drifted away, like ghosts leaving a haunted house that had bored them. "Wait, wait. Waity," Dexter shouted, waving his paws frantically. "Where are you going? We gave you the good vibes. We wrote you poetry. Was it the jazz? Do you not like JPZZ?" Bella facepalmed, groaning. "Of course. Even the damn clouds are commitment-phobic." Chip, barely lifting his head from the lawn chair, muttered, "We're getting ghosted by the sky. Again." Lola stared up in disbelief as the last of the Dowds floated off into the distance. "But I thought we had a connection." "My plants," suddenly, the full, scorching power of the sun blasted through, making all four dogs whimper in collective agony. The oppressive heat returned with a vengeance. Dexter dropped to his knees dramatically, shaking his fist at the sky. "Traitors! You fluffy turncoats! I trusted you." Bella, now fanning herself with a pizza box, rolled her eyes. "It's official. We just got played by clouds. We should have swiped left." Chip finally sat up, his fur frizzing out in all directions like an electrocuted porcupine. "Okay, so much for cloud buddies. What's the next plan? We can't exactly hit on the wind." Dexter, still in a cloud seducer meltdown, stared into the sky as if he could will the clouds back. "One don't know. Maybe we offer them snacks next time. Clouds probably love snacks, right? I'll order some snacks." Lola, patting Dexter on the back like a sad puppy, sighed. "Dex, I don't think snacks will fix this. They came, they gave us shade, but they're free spirits. You can't tie down a cloud." "Great," Bella muttered. "We've just been dumped by a bunch of floating cotton balls." Chip stood up, stretching. "Well, at least we know one thing, clouds are flaky as hell. Looks like we're back to square one. Time to fight the sun again. Dexter's eyes lit up with a spark of madness, and he jumped to his feet, dusting himself off. No. No more romance. No more flattery. We need to go on the offensive. Bella raised an eyebrow. Oh God. Here we go. Dexter smirked, already formulating his next ridiculous plan. If we can't get the clouds to stick around, we'll create a permanent solution. Artificial clouds. Chip blinked, completely lost. Artificial clouds? Like, we're gonna start manufacturing weather. Now. Dexter, full of manic energy, began pacing again. Yes. We make our own clouds. We can do it with science stuff. Fog machines. We'll say. Whatever. We just need enough equipment, and we'll create our own fluid force field. Bella stared at him, jaw hanging open. Are you suggesting we turn the apartment into a rave so we can pretend to have clouds? Lola perked up. Actually, fog machines do work for creating mist. And few use ice. Chip cut in, throwing his paws up in disbelief. No, no, no. You guys are not seriously entertaining this idea. Dexter grinned. Why not? If real clouds are flaky, we'll make our own. Artificial clouds that never leave us. Lola nodded thoughtfully. It's not the worst idea we've had. Chip sighed, rubbing his face with his paws. This is how it starts, isn't it? First, it's fog machines. Next thing you know, we'll be creating our own weather systems. Bella shrugged. Well, if it keeps us from sweating like pigs, I'm in. Plus, artificial clouds sound kinda cool. We could start a trend. Exactly. Dexter said, practically bouncing with excitement. We'll have the world's first cloud-controlled apartment. We'll be Egians. Chip groaned. Or we'll be the dumbest dogs in existence. But, whatever. Let's get this over with. 2 hours and one fog machine later. The Gen Z dog's apartment now looked like a low-budget horror movie set. A thick layer of fog clung to the floor, while the dogs moved through the mist like confused ghosts. This is not what I pictured, Bella muttered, trying to see her paws through the dense fog. I can't even see my face in the mirror. Dexter, however, was thrilled. It's perfect. It's like living in a cloud. We did it. Lola was cautiously watering her plants. I mean, it does feel cooler in here, but I think we might have zero verdant on the fog. Chip, half lost in the mist, bumped into the coffee table. I can't see shit. This feels like living inside a bong. Bella shot him a look. We basically turned our apartment into a vape pen, but without the good part. Dexter, still grinning like a maniac, stood proudly in the middle of the room. Doesn't matter. We've beaten the sun. We made clouds. Just then, a knock echoed from the front door. The dogs froze. Bella frowned. Who the hell is knocking on our door? Is it Sunny, here for round 2? Chip sniffed the air, his ears perking up. No, it smells like. Oh. The door swung open, and there stood their landlord, his eyes going wide as he took in the sight of fog pouring out of the apartment like some kind of cursed nightclub. What in the actual hell is going on here? The landlord demanded, hands on his hips. Dexter, ever the smooth talker, gave a nervous laugh. We're experimenting with climate control. The landlord narrowed his eyes. You're experimenting with getting evicted, is what you're doing. If I see one more fog machine, I'm throwing you out on the street. The dogs exchanged nervous glances. Bella sighed, tossing the fog machine remote to the floor. Well, that's that. I guess we'll be sweating to death after all. As the fog cleared, and the oppressive heat began to creep back in, Dexter sighed. Okay, fine. Maybe artificial clouds aren't the answer.